the Fire Navi narration. Who's going to do that? James Earl Jones.
I would either we could go that route or anybody with a professional wrestling career.
Oh. Batista,
Macho Man.
Macho Man.
Oh yeah!
Oh, God.
Right now we're in the waters of Pandora, brother. I don't know. I'm being.
3, 2, 1. This is OGGR. It's all OGGR now.
Gamers and geeks, welcome to OGGR.
Yeah, Old Guys Geekly Review episode 27.
27. 27 is like that number you get to where you just don't care anymore. We're just doing this.
Yeah.
We are rocking the numbers. It's just here to eternity. 27's no different than 157. So,
hopefully we'll have a little bit more fan base by then.
oh yeah, I'm sure we will. Actually, the numbers are up. People are starting to get into OGGR.
They're flocking.
They're flocking.
They're flocking.
What do we call a flock of ogres?
Oh, I'm so
Special. A flock of ogres.
I call them awesome.
Special.
That's what I call. I'll call them awesome.
Well, I'm here with my great buddy Nick. And Nick, how's your week been?
It's been pretty good. A little hectic. I got to pick my kids up from school about an hour earlier, and I had a birthday. Not mine, but my daughter's birthday.
Oh,
yesterday.
okay. Oh, she's 17 now?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, she.
Good Lord.
I was supposed to pick her up from school yesterday, but the wife had a doctor's appointment, so she said I abandoned her and gave me a like the third degree.
Oh my gosh.
She's very dramatic.
Yeah, that's 17 for you.
Yeah, I told her she didn't get that from my side of the family. Never.
17.
But good news this week, Jeremy Renner's out of the hospital.
Good.
Back home and recovering.
I wish him all the best, even if he is a scroll.
Yeah, you're going to stick with that, aren't you?
I am. I will be shocked if he's not.
I think War Machine's going to be a scroll.
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
You think so?
Hell yeah.
Everybody's going to be a scroll.
Yeah, hell yeah. That's what I'm going with. Yeah.
Yeah.
I got a new glasses prescription, and I'm trying out progressives for the first time. And whoa, man, I had to cancel my D&D game on Saturday because I was getting just massive headaches trying to adjust to the new prescription and reading text. So there was just no way I could DM. We ended up playing Cards Against Humanity, which,
that's always a good time.
Yeah, that's always a good time.
Yeah. So with progressive lenses?
Yeah, so they have like the focal points and stuff kind of fluctuate. So instead of having a very specific focal point, points on your glasses have slightly varied focal points. So it's not like you're having to read stuff at like 12 inches all the time, because that's where the focal point is, and that's where it's most in focus.
Okay.
So you can like adjust where you're looking to get a slightly better focus with them. And I'm a week in almost, so it's starting to get better and much easier to find that.
That's interesting. I don't think I knew about those types of lenses.
With the bifocals, it was either this or that.
Yeah.
And our listeners probably don't care about bifocals and progressives, but you're going to hear about it.
Well, they're old people.
They're probably old guys too, and they know. We know what the progressive is, Mr. Pennington. We know. So good week all around.
Good. Should we hop into movies?
Let's. Do I want to talk about this before? Because I don't want to save it to the end. So
Okay.
I want to talk about, and we mentioned it before, but all of the Dungeons and Dragons backlash, because it involves it encompasses so many things. What's going on? Not just the game, but the movie coming out and the video games and so there's so much, and we kind of brushed on it, but I kind of want to give the OGGR overview opinion, whatever prognostication going on, and there's also a rumor that ties in with it, the latest rumor going on with it.
Uh-oh.
So here's the lowdown. So Dungeons and Dragons released now actually, let's just say the employees at Wizards of the Coast are starting to rebel because of the bad upper management decisions and leaking stuff ahead of time.
Okay.
And one of the things they leaked was the new open game license that Wizards of the Coast was going to put out there.
Mm-hmm.
And so they put it out, the employee put it out there, and it basically took all of the third party rights away from everybody. People, they had, they were claiming their own rights against anything people made that they could reuse, and there was just so much bad stuff, and the royalties that they were asking for the big game players in the third player D&D world were just outrageous. So much to hate about it.
Yeah.
And so people started saying, okay, well, Wizards of the Coast, we're gonna tell you what we think. We're gonna cancel our subscriptions, because that D&D, there's not many current ways to monetize it. And I'll tie back into that in a second. But people were canceling their subscriptions en masse, and so Wizards of the Coast, Hasbro came out and said, okay, we're backing off, kinda. They put out this I don't even want to say snarky, but they put out this obvious, we're going to wait and do this later, but we're not giving up on it kind of thing. Yeah. So anyway, but what I was getting back to with the, oh God, I lost my train of thought. There's just so much with this topic that is just crazy, and oh man,
it's scandalous.
It is scandalous, and it's in the Magic community was upset with Wizards because of the massive amount of greed that has been kind of flowing through, and this one just is the same thing.
Yeah, it seems like they're just shaving a little bit of the greed off at a time to see what they can get away with their fan base.
Exactly. And I knew this was coming because in the fireside chat that they did about a month ago, they said that Dungeons and Dragons was under-monetized, and that they didn't have enough avenues to monetize D&D. Now, they didn't say at the time how they were going to monetize D&D.
Yeah.
And their response to how they were going to monetize it was just so greedy, in the sense that we're not going to do anything extra. We're just going to charge all of our fans extra money, take royalties out of their pockets from this open game license. Just so lazy and greedy. Now, D&D, in my opinion, has been lazy for a while now, because, so let's go back to original. So created by Gary Gygax and John Anderson. Anyway, there's another co-author. Basically, starting the game, fans of the game committed to just playing.
Right.
It was created by people who were playing it, made for players, and the community was really invested. You come around to second edition, TSR had a lot of upheaval, and it got taken over by another suit. And I forget the lady's name that ended up taking it over, but she wasn't a player.
Right.
Second edition D&D started to really suffer because they were making for-profit decisions, much like you kind of see now. And it didn't get better until Wizards of the Coast bought them. So Wizards of the Coast bought TSR, then third edition came around, and it was once again glory days for D&D, because it was not just a for-profit. It was we love this game, we bought it because we love this game, and they were showing a lot of love to it. But even then, it was not monetized well, because even then they outsourced so much of their content, so much was not being done in-house, that's essentially what created Paizo. And Paizo is basically a company that they make Pathfinder, and they created Pathfinder. I'll get to that in just a second, but they created Pathfinder, so they're like the big player who are actually making D&D content from third edition, because Wizards of the Coast allowed them to published the magazine. They published a lot of the adventures. And so they were doing a lot of the work, the actual work, where Wizards of the Coast was just collecting the checks.
Right.
So they still didn't have a lot of in-house work being done. Most of the work was being done out of house. And they realized that Piazza was getting more powerful, so they created 4th edition and took away the open game license at that time. 4th edition bombed so bad that they had to create 5th edition, reinstate the open game license.
Oh, God.
And things became, decent again because we still had that open game license. Piazza, however, had to switch and create Pathfinder because they took away that game license from 3rd edition.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're getting into the deep weeds here, but so now we're back to Wizards wanting to monetize everything again. And the decisions they're making are not for the players, and I will tell you, a lot of the official 5th edition stuff compared to Kobold Press, compared to Piazza, compared to any Goodman Games, anybody who's doing D&D stuff, sucks.
Does it?
Oh my gosh, it's not as good as the third party stuff.
So do you have experience DMing like Pathfinder or anything like that?
I've not DM'd Pathfinder, but I've DM'd 3rd edition, which Pathfinder is really based on, the D20 system and so forth. So it wouldn't be difficult to switch over to Pathfinder. Pathfinder, in response to D&D taking away the open game license or threatening to take away the open game license, has basically come out and said, you know what? If you play Pathfinder, we just made an irrevocable contract. You can have at it. We are not going to come after you as a third-party person, dealing with Pathfinder. So many publishers and third-party people have basically said, you know what? If D&D is not going to play with us, we're just going to move to something else.
Yeah. Yeah, one of my favorite shows, Harmon Quest, is based on Pathfinder. Well, they play Pathfinder and they tell the whole story. Is a really good show. I like it. But
yeah, an interesting thing about D&D is I watched some of the lawyer breakdown on all this stuff.
Yeah.
You can't copyright a game system.
You can't.
So the actual D&D game system is not under copyright. The thing that you can't copyright, or the thing that you can't use, is like any intellectual property created. So like Dris Duerden, The Forgotten Realms, anything created in that vein is something you can't use.
Okay.
But you can use the D&D system and just rename it as something else, and you actually can do that. You just can't call it D&D because that's trademarked.
Yeah.
You can't use their characters that they've created. You can't use their realms that they've created. But if you create everything else other than the mechanics, you can just play the same game.
Oh, that's interesting.
You can publish the same game.
Yeah, I didn't.
It's like
that.
if somebody,
so I can make a Monopoly game. Just copy all the Monopoly rules.
You could make something that plays exactly like Monopoly. But as long as you don't put Monopoly on the board, as long as you don't put like the same places that they use, as long as you don't use any of the creative things that they've used, like naming Baltic Avenue.
Yeah.
You can't use Baltic Avenue, but you could use the same exact mechanics of the game, and that's not under copyright.
That's interesting.
Yeah, so anyway, long story, but there is just a huge backlash with D&D. We're going to talk about it again at the end during the rumors because the next rumor is very juicy about what's coming next for D&D. But if you are on the should I contribute to D&D, should I not contribute to D&D fence, that's the big question. I mean, and it's made me question about whether or not I'm going to keep investing.
Yeah, I'm leaning more towards no right now, just because of their management decisions.
They are very greedy right now, very greedy, and not for the players.
Yeah.
They are definitely out for the shareholders.
And they're not even. It doesn't really seem like they're trying to be that sneaky about. Just
they're not, because
moving an inch, you know.
Yeah. Ever since the open game license, Dungeons and Dragons has gone from 50% of the market share of all tabletop role playing games to 85%.
Damn.
So they're feeling right now like they can do no wrong.
Yeah.
They're like, we'll lose a few people, but D&D is we have a monopoly, is how they feel.
Mm-hmm.
but they don't understand the game enough to realize that would evaporate really quick.
Yeah, they don't know how thin the ice is
Yeah.
that they're standing on.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They think, oh, we own 85% of the market. Well, even if we lose 10% of our people, then, we still got 75% of the market. I mean, let's monetize the heck out of this. And what they don't realize is it is going to be so easy for everybody to switch to something else.
I mean, if that's what it takes, it would suck because D&D is like, that's one of the first names you think about when you think of tabletop gaming.
And that's why they're not scared,
Yeah.
the bigwigs, because D&D's like Xerox.
But you said that, but like Pathfinder had way better content.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. I compared. So Pathfinder has a monster kit. So $50 you get this kit, and it's got, I think, 350 monsters in it that you can use with your role-playing game.
Damn.
D&D has one that costs just a little bit more and is worth 10%
of what that.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah, they give you these heavy pogs and this real nice case and like 20 monsters. Just like a couple of sheets of monsters, and you're like, how the hell am I going to use this thing?
Yeah.
Where, I mean, the products that these third-party publishers are making are just so much better than what D&D is making.
Huh.
So much more useful, so much more player-friendly.
Yeah. God, it sounds like it. Damn.
Yeah. So anyway, it's a very interesting world in the D&D setting. Let's get into movies.
Movies.
All right, let's do movies. Did you watch anything? I haven't watched anything new.
Movie-wise, I did not watch any movies this week.
Well, let's head into movie news.
Yeah.
All right, so Violent Night is going to come to Peacock later this month. So if we're on the fence or waiting to watch it, it'll be streaming later
Peacock.
this month.
All right.
The John Wick director will make a Rainbow Six movie with Michael B. Jordan attached, and he was Killmonger.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know.
I was just envisioning Killmonger. I was like, Michael B. Jordan. I was having a moment.
Yeah.
Filled with abs and stuff.
Yeah. Hey, I do like him as an actor. I didn't really like him as Killmonger because I feel like he should be. I don't know. I just see him as a good guy. Michael B. Jordan.
I can see that.
Yeah.
I mean, he's played many good guy roles. So,
yeah. Julia Louis-Dreyfus says she wants
amazing.
to whoop some ass. Is Val?
Hell yeah. I
as
hope
Val
so.
in the MCU.
Yeah. The storyline in the comic books that involves Val, I really enjoy, and I would love to see. So they're taking the Thunderbolts road.
Yeah.
But she's really wrapped up in the Dark Avengers realm. And so I kind of hope they transition from the Thunderbolts into the Dark Avengers, because I'd really like to see that.
Yeah.
They're really about the same.
Are they?
I mean, but I think I just like the roster of the Dark Avengers a little bit more, and she's tied more to that storyline than the Thunderbolts.
Okay. Interesting. Channing Tatum apparently has the rights to the Ghost movie with Patrick Swayze and Demi Moore.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
He wants to not only star in a remake, but remake it. I think I did that backwards.
So who's going to be cast as Demi Moore?
Me.
Yeah. Actually, you know what? There's an audience for that. Yeah, there's an audience for that.
No, I don't know. I don't think that's gone very far right now. Personally, I'm just getting so sick of the remakes.
Oh hell yeah!
I just don't. I'm not really that interested. Bryan Cranston says Malcolm in the Middle movie talks are happening.
Oh wow!
Yeah,
wow. That I don't know how I feel about that.
I've never actually watched Malcolm in the Middle.
Oh god, it is hilarious.
And I was late to the game with Breaking Bad, so I didn't even know how good of an actor that Bryan Cranston was.
Comparing his role in Breaking Bad and his role in Malcolm in the Middle really illustrates his range.
Does it?
Because he is nothing like Walter White in Malcolm in the Middle. Nothing. And just amazing. Bryan Cranston, you are a god.
My last bit of news is that we got to see production shots from the Roadhouse remake with Jake Gyllenhaal and Conor McGregor.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, it fucking looks like a Roadhouse bar fight movie type thing.
Remake after remake. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I don't even know if I'm gonna watch this.
I very rarely watch the remakes.
Yeah, I mean, I like the first Roadhouse. I don't feel like it was that broken yet.
No,
So,
it's not.
Yeah.
It's the search for more money. Yeah.
What you got for movies? Movie news.
Brandan Fraser gave a really good speech for Best Actor for Critics Awards.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Apparently a very moving speech.
Yeah.
I'm glad he's getting recognition and stuff.
Yeah, he deserves it.
Good to see. Good to see. Apparently, Sarah Michelle Gellar was also up for an award and penned him a really nice letter and stuff about it. And
Oh, that's really nice.
good to see everybody playing together.
Mm-hmm.
We've got the trailer for Marvel Phase 5 hit. Did you watch it?
I did not. I didn't see it.
So Marvel dropped a trailer that basically led from Phase 4 into Phase 5, and it was kind of like their first, we're officially Phase 5 now. It didn't really show anything other than teasers for all the stuff that was and is now.
Yeah.
What I was kind of hoping for out of the trailer is for them to show how it might be connected to Phase 4, but we didn't get any of that. There might not be any connection at all. We'll see.
There better be some connection.
I really hope that Kang messes. If they don't go back and have Kang mess with some of the episodes of like She-Hulk or WandaVision or whatever else to mess with the timeline and reality, it will be such a missed opportunity.
That would be a good idea. I don't think I would have thought of that.
Kevin Feige, I know you're one of our followers. So,
hire an ogre.
Yeah. Go ahead and push this back a little bit so you can make it right. And then we've got Avatar, passed Spiderman No Way Home for 6th place.
Yeah.
And apparently for the next movie, we're getting a change in narrators.
For the next Avatar?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen the second one. It's been a while since I've seen the first one, so I didn't even remember.
Same narrator.
Okay.
Scully, I guess. Jake, whatever.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and so apparently he's not going to be the narrator for the third one.
That's odd. I wonder if they're going to like pass the torch to his offspring, which I assume was his from the trailer of the second movie.
Cameron didn't mention who he's passing it to, but just that the torch would be passed.
Okay.
And that's all I've got for movie news.
So the Cheech and Chong, I'd be good with a Cheech and Chong Nabby.
God, that'd be amazing.
Yeah.
we gotta wait for the fourth one for that though.
Yeah.
I mean, who's like the fiery one, the fire Navi narration? Who's gonna do that? James Earl Jones.
I would either we could go that route or anybody with a professional wrestling career.
Batista,
Macho Man.
Macho Man.
Oh yeah!
Oh, God.
Right now we're in the waters of Pandora, brother. I don't know. I'm being.
Very nice. Very nice. Avatar, of course, leading the box office. Megan, right behind it.
Yeah, my daughter went to go see that yesterday. She likes it, so I got to watch it at some point.
Yeah, it's doing well. I mean, action movies and horror are pretty much leading the charge. So.
Well, there's already a sequel in development for Megan as well.
Nice.
Yeah. So, yeah, I gotta see it. I might go see it this weekend. Maybe I'll do that.
Megan,
give me some content for next week.
There we go. Yeah, the box office is going to be pretty slow as far as the next 3 or 4 weeks come out because there's really nothing being released that's very interesting.
And then Quantumania comes out
February.
Yeah, I think February 17th.
Yeah, so until then, I don't think there's much coming out. Plane, House Party, yeah, those hit, but they didn't do very well this week. And then the next one up, Missing, which is a mystery.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen that advertised on Reddit quite a bit.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to dethrone Avatar even in Avatar's 4th week. So that's all I got for movies.
Well, let's move into television.
Television.
All right. So I watched I don't even know if I made it through the whole first episode of Velma.
Oh, I've heard very divisive things about it. What was your take?
What a terrible fucking show.
Yeah, a lot of
It
people
is
are saying
terrible.
that. A lot of people are saying
Like there
that.
was no Shaggy, there's no Scooby. How are you going to like Scooby and Shaggy is what made Scooby Doo. Like obviously
Oh
Scooby
yeah, yeah,
Doo.
they were the comic relief.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody else was serious, straight men, and they were the comic relief.
Like I and what's her name? Mindy Kaling.
Yes,
Uh,
voicing.
I never thought she was that funny.
Uh,
Like I thought maybe she could be, but she always had these supportive like roles, these background comedy roles, like in The
Yeah.
Office.
Yeah.
They brought her in for Always Sunny for a brief amount of time, and I just didn't feel like her humor fit with that show at all. So now I'm starting to think that maybe the mastermind, because Glenn Howerton is the voice of Fred on Velma. So I'm starting to wonder if like the brains behind Always Sunny is really just Mac and Charlie, Charlie Day and Rob McElhenney. I don't know. It's just there's it's
Yeah,
just
I haven't looked
terrible.
at the numbers, but I do know the reviews are very divisive. People either love or hate it.
Well, and it's
Is what it
just
seems like.
like white person this,
Mm.
you know, and oh my god, it's just and none of the jokes are really that funny.
Oh.
Like they just fall 10 feet before the finish line, you know. But
Wait,
anyway,
which actually brings me into I'm going to segue and break you up because I felt the same kind of way about Willow.
oh yeah,
Finished Willow up, and oh man, Willow was so all over the place. There was some just absolutely cool ass stuff,
Mm.
and some things you went, oh my god.
Yeah, you were telling me that with Willow, you could tell that when the episodes were written by different writers, just by the way the characters were acting.
Well, I say that, and like a couple of my favorite episodes and worst episodes were written by the same people and directed by the same people.
Huh.
So it's hard to say, but definitely a bag of writers and a bag of directors did not lead to a cohesive experience with Willow. It was really all over the place, and like I said, there was some absolutely cool ass stuff, and some stuff you were going, oh my god,
Oh
how
yeah.
did that make it in there? Oh, groan, cringe, yeah. So Willow's all over the place too.
Well, that blows.
Yeah. Did you watch anything consistent or anything else?
No. I do plan on watching that '90s show when it comes out, but
that hits in a couple of days.
actually, I think tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll be watching the crap out of that just because I binged that '70s show on
Yeah.
Netflix, so I'm a little invested in it, but
Yeah, I'm trying to decide because my Netflix subscription runs out. I got the month, and it runs out right before the show starts.
oh, okay.
So I might wait and catch up with it later, especially if you're going to watch it and
Yeah.
give us the lowdown.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't worry about it too much.
But since I did have Netflix, I did finish Umbrella Academy season 3.
Okay.
I hate time travel shows.
Yes.
And it's just getting so deep in the weeds with time travel in this one that I want to love it,
But it's hard to.
but it's hard to
Yeah.
because it almost feels like sometimes time travel is
A
a
crutch.
writer's exactly. I
Yep.
was going to say the same thing.
Yep.
It gets a writer out of any kind of subtleness, any kind. Yeah, so that's how I feel with this episode. I love Umbrella Academy, but yeah, I think this should have been the last season,
Yeah.
and we're going to get a wrap up for season 4, and I still like it enough to watch season 4. Season 3 wasn't bad.
I think I only watched half of season 3.
Yeah.
I just like I was getting sick of the time travel during the second season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah. If you like time travel, you probably will like this, but I don't like time travel. Just yeah,
I don't like a plethora, an overabundance of time travel.
yeah. You can't believe in anything anymore
Yeah.
with the time travel.
Well, it could all be changed.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just nothing.
Nothing's
is permanent.
real.
Yeah. Good. You watch anything else?
That was all the television I watched. And, I'm still deep into anime season because we're
Oh,
in
yeah.
the second week of the new winter.
Yeah. For television news, I've got Meryl Streep has joined the cast of Only Murders in the Building.
Only
3.
MILFs in the buildings.
Ooh, there we go. I would watch that show. I'd watch that show religiously every week. The Last of Us has got some amazing reviews so far.
Yes, it does. Yeah, that apparently HBO has a hit there.
Yeah. Pedro Pascal. Is that his name?
Yeah.
Pascal? Okay. Yeah, that guy's a phenomenal actor.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And then the girl, the actress
from Game of Thrones.
Yeah, she's getting cyberbullied like a mofo.
I know, and that's really sad.
Yeah.
I mean, I was worried it would happen to her, especially when she came out as gender fluid or whatever. Which she has such a potential as an actress. It's really sad to see people doing that.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, you pretty much have to give up social media a lot of times, I think, when you get a lot of fame like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, we're famous. We don't check social media.
Justin Roiland is facing domestic violence charges, and he is one of the co-creators of Rick and Morty and what game is that? High on Life?
Yep.
Yeah. Squanch Games. He pled not guilty to domestic battery and false imprisonment. This was a couple years ago. The trial is just starting to happen, so who knows about that? Hopefully it's not true, but at least he's at least other people can do the voices of Rick and Morty, I guess. If he turns out to be a garbage human, but
yeah, I know and if it's all false, then oh man, it hurts your reputation so much.
Yeah.
So
I mean, look at what happened to
Johnny Depp.
Yeah, Johnny Depp.
Yeah,
he's still going through some shit. Isn't Amber Heard trying to take him back? To court?
I'm sure. Yeah. That stuff never ends once it hits. Last of Us was really good. And speaking of Pedro Pascal, Mandalorian Season 3 trailer hit.
Yep.
Looks phenomenal.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Looks like so much fun. So looking forward to that.
Yep. The last bit of TV news, there's a Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur cartoon show in the works at Disney that we got a peek at as well.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur.
Yeah. I'm not a fan of the art style of it, but
yeah, well, I mean, honestly, the show should be. I mean, the target audience is it's a girls' show. It should be. Everybody needs their thing.
You got any news for television?
So you mentioned the '90s show. I think it was just the other day or today, on the 17th, the new Night Court series is starting.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I loved that show growing up. So,
God, I barely remember it. I think I remember the theme song. I always ask my parents if I could stay up and watch it with them, and then I'd fall asleep, like during the opening credits. So, yeah, that and Moonlighting, I think, were the two big ones that I'd stay up and try to watch with them.
Yeah.
Any other?
That's all I got for television.
Let's move into anime.
Anime. Oh man, yeah, winter season. Oh, such a great season. Yeah, if you're ever wanted to enter the anime realm and just watch a bunch of stuff, this is definitely the season for it.
This is the one. This is the magical.
So much good stuff. So much good stuff. Before I get into the shows, let's talk about the news and see how you feel about this.
Okay.
So
I hope I wonder if it's what I'm going to talk about in the news.
Maybe. You know how Attack on Titan it announced a final season like 2 years ago.
Yeah, and we've talked about this in previous episodes. How we were worried. We were worried about this.
So how do you feel? Do you feel like they're milking it for all the money they can possibly milk it for?
Absolutely not. And here's why. If you love a show, it should be stretched out to the point where you can just see through it.
Where you can't even recognize the characters anymore, and you're like, oh yeah, this was like 2 pages in a manga, and they've stretched it out to 20 episodes.
Dear God, I thought Dragon Ball had a problem with some of the Dragon Ball Z
filler episodes. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, this is fucking terrible.
So, for the 3rd time, they have announced a final season, and this final season is in 2 seasons.
Yeah, part 3. This is part 3 of
Oh
the
my
final
gosh.
season, which we still don't have a confirmation if it's the last part. But this third part is going to be split into 2 halves.
Oh my god.
What the hell? Dude, we called that.
Yeah.
We really did. And I went to school for marketing. I went to college for that. There's no fucking way. I would have quit my job if they tried to force me to do something like that. You are ruining the company's reputation.
They are ruining the brand.
Yeah.
We talked about how people were so excited Attack on Titan was number 1 in the most expected, and everybody was looking forward to it, and now people are just so over it.
Yeah, the year it debuted
over it.
was my favorite anime. It was just so gritty and nasty. It was different because usually I go for comedies. I mean, there's still action in it,
Yeah.
which is another thing that pulls me in. But it's like the first serious action that I really got into for anime's sake. But good lord, I don't really give a shit about it anymore. I'm just gonna finish it because I'm invested, and that's the only reason. It just.
Yeah, it to talk about, just driving a good thing into the ground.
Yeah.
They had the most talked about anime. It was top of the charts, and now it's like, what the hell are you doing?
Well, if they did this with Dragon Ball or One Piece, like, people would be jumping ship. It would ruin like a 30-year legacy.
Yeah,
it's insane. But I mean, to each their own.
Yeah. So so that's the news. But now let's
I'm fired up. I can't possibly finish this podcast in a great mood.
It's gonna be the angry podcast. Everything's bad. So the rest of the season is really good.
Yeah.
I've got a breakdown of the top 10. We did have some new anime enter the top 10. So we had Vinland Saga Season 2, which is a very serious kind of anime.
I think that's on Netflix, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's also on Crunchyroll.
All right.
It's on both. It entered at number 3. Blue Lock new premiere entered at number 4. Angel Next Door Spoils Me Rotten enters at number 5. Misfit of Demon King's Academy enters at number 6. Kubo Won't Let Me Be Invisible. Netflix Crunchyroll entered at 8, and Sugar Apple Fairy Tale enters at 10. Moving up from 6 to the number 1 spot is The Magical Revelation of the Reincarnated Princess and the Genius Young Lady. Yeah, I know. It is Yuri, but it's pretty good. I have to admit, I enjoy it, even though it is a Yuri-focused show. So that one's currently at the top spot of all the anime. Out of the there's 54 this season.
Good lord.
So yeah, and here's the entire ranking 1 to 54 as far as where they are. Just
Here's ranked 13th.
Yep.
And Trigun isn't even on this, so it's not even on the first page.
No.
Where is it?
30 something.
38th?
Yeah.
38th? What's wrong with people?
The Trigun is decent, but this season is so good, I'm not surprised it's 38th.
Yeah.
Honestly. It's just a very good season for a lot of things. So there's something for everybody, and it's good stuff pretty much all across the board.
Oh. So what was your favorite? I know you watched everything.
I mean, I've enjoyed a lot of it. Really enjoyed the Ninja Infusion Adventurers Who Don't Believe in Humanity Will Save the World, which is a kicked from your party, go out and, prove yourself kind of thing.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed that because it's basically a group of misfits. And that's been a lot of fun. Really enjoyed the cooking one. The campfire cooking in another world with my absurd skill.
Okay.
And that was fun. I tend to like a lot of those genre. Chilling in my 30s after getting fired from the Demon King's Army. Yeah, those are all a lot of fun.
How's Buddy
for me.
Daddies? Have you watched any Buddy Daddy?
Yeah, Buddy Daddies was decent.
Was it?
I don't tend to like things with children.
Yeah. I don't blame you.
Pretty much as soon as a show introduces a kid or a pregnancy, I just like tune out.
Yeah.
And this one kind of starts with that whole premise, having a kid in the works. It looks cute, and if you're not turned off by having a child in your anime, then you'll probably enjoy it. It definitely has a lot to like about it.
Okay.
But yeah, it's not really for me. Even though I might watch the whole season.
Okay.
It's definitely got enough comedy and action going on to be worthwhile.
Yeah, I'm trying to find a little bit more to watch so I can have a little bit more content for anime.
What would let me see, what's the top of the list that I would suggest for you? Do you want something serious or do you want something comedy or somewhere in between?
Probably something comedy, because I feel like I don't get that with Nier or Trigun. Those are the other two that I'm watching.
Oh yeah, definitely not. Check out the first season, since you probably want dub, not sub.
Yeah, probably dub.
There is a show called Bofuri.
Okay.
You've heard me mention this before. I don't want to get hurt, so I maxed out my defense.
Yeah.
Check the first season of that out, because it's kind of adventure comedy. It's got a nice little mix between the two. It's not real heavy on the comedy, but enough to keep it light.
Okay.
As far as shows this year with comedy, a lot of them are like adventure comedy with a little bit thrown in.
Right.
The one that you rejected when I gave you the card, the Handyman Sato in Another World.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That one had a lot more comedy in it than what I think some of the others had.
Okay.
And then check out the first season of The Vampire Dies in No Time.
I was just gonna ask you about that one.
Yeah, but don't do the dub.
Don't do the dub?
Well, try it, but the sub is better.
Yeah.
I don't often say that.
Didn't you say that Dracula's voice actor was pretty bad?
Yeah, he's just way over the top, and you can't understand the character with the accent. So
Okay.
the sub actually ended up being better for that one. But it's funny. It's funny as hell. So.
Okay. So the only thing I actually watched was Trigun, and I got a little bit of news on it.
Okay. Yeah.
I skipped out on Nier this week. Just never had the time to finish it.
I did too, and
Did you?
I kind of don't really. I love Nier, the video game, and the first episode just made me want to play the video game.
Yeah,
so
that's basically where I'm at. I'm wondering if it's just going to be kind of a retelling of the video game, because there's a lot of shots that are taken right from the video game.
And there's nothing wrong with that. If you've never played the game, it will make a good anime.
Right. Yeah, definitely. But with Trigun, Vash, there was a part where he's trying to save one of the brothers from the Nebraska family. I don't remember if it's father and son or brothers. But
father and son.
Okay, the way he looks at the camera, like he really cares and he doesn't want anybody to get hurt.
Yeah.
That I was like, oh, now I finally got. I get the old Vash from the old series.
Mm-hmm.
So fitting news for that. The voice actor that did the English dub for the first series is coming back to do the voice acting for Vash with this series too.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Very nice.
So I thought it makes me a lot more excited, and I'm really coming around to this sort of animation as well. I'm surprised at how fast I am coming around to it.
The Studio Orange, pretty decent overall studio.
Yeah.
And even though it is not traditional animation, I enjoy it too. I think they're doing a pretty decent job.
Yeah, I feel like it rides the line very well between mimicking hand drawn and being CGI. Just it works. Yeah. For me it works. So
yeah, I think with the slightly comic tones of drawing, it works well with Trigun.
Yeah, I thought it worked good with the new Dragon Ball movie too. Yeah, although they did some really dynamic shots with that, and it draws you into it a little bit more.
Yeah, I'm actually surprised still that Trigun is so low on the list, even though it's a great season. I do still expect it to be higher for some reason.
I can't get over his hair and that freaking jacket, buddy.
It may be the animation. There's probably a lot of diehards that maybe not be all in. They're not into this animation style.
Oh yeah, I've got a friend that he like if a computer even touches it, he hates it, and I was with him for quite a while because some of the Netflix computer animated like the clipping on shoulders because they'd be these muscular dudes and the clipping on the shoulders and stuff, it would just look so terrible. Like that I understand hating, but this works for me.
Yeah, I think it's pretty decent.
Yeah. That's the only anime news and shit. But I was gonna harp on Attack on Titan a little bit more, but I feel like we gave it a thorough last.
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh boy. Oh yeah, yeah. We did, and I'm sure when it comes out, we'll have even more to say.
Dude, I swear to God, if they're gonna make a fourth season or a fourth part to the final season, and they're gonna split it up 4 times. That's my prediction.
Just never ending.
We're gonna just start we're gonna play the episodes in super slow mo.
My prediction is they'll cut it because it won't do well.
Yeah,
I don't think it'll do well, and they'll cut it.
They're getting so freaking money hungry. It's not even funny.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
They'll read the writing on the wall when they see how few people are interested in it.
You would think that it'd been there already because this is terrible. Anyway, you got anything else for anime?
No, that's it for anime.
Let's move into video games.
Video games.
All right. Besides Snap, Nikkei, and
oh, you enjoying that?
God damn.
Yeah, I know.
I hate it.
I really need to start playing that.
I hate it. I hate getting addicted to mobile games. I hate
waifus galore.
Yeah, I do. Well,
you are swimming in the waifus.
Yeah, I sit on my phone all the time, and it sucks. Like I bitch at my family for doing that, and then now here I am. Oh, yeah. Now I'm doing it too.
I gotta see how my waifus are doing.
Yeah.
So who's your favorite?
Oh God. Based on looks.
Sure. Yeah. Whatever.
Volume. And when she's shooting her gun, you'll understand why.
I don't understand. I don't understand the name.
When she shoots her gun, you'll understand.
She's a moe character, right?
What?
Moe.
What is that?
The girl flat chested. And...
Oh no.
Yeah.
No, she got a big chest.
What?
She big chested. She big bootied too.
Yeah.
I guess. For that, for the looks, it would be her. For the gameplay, it would probably be Snow White, because after a certain amount of shots, she does a shitload of damage. Are you fucking with me? Yeah, you look like you're fucking with me.
I'm just like, gameplay. There's gameplay to this thing?
You're giving me some looks. But yeah, I didn't get a chance to do to really dive into Midnight Suns. My wife moved her office back upstairs, and like I can't yell at my games when she's on like business calls and stuff.
Yeah, the experience. Yeah. I like Midnight Suns. I've been playing a decent amount of it. Love the combat style.
Yeah.
And I feel like the only detractor from it is it's really several different games. And sometimes when they have several different games, they mesh well together.
Yeah.
And this, I don't feel like it does.
Yeah, it's hit and miss.
Yeah. It's like you got the great combat scenarios, and then you've got the, what would you call it? Life sim part.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've got the life sim connected to that, and then some like daily, almost mobile game mechanic currency type stuff tied in as well.
It sounds like Nikkei. I already got enough life sim shit going on in that.
Yeah. So I think it's decent, but yeah, it's not AAA greatness.
Yeah. I'm having fun with it. Just
me too, and I rented it, and I'm probably going to buy the full game and just keep playing it. I like it that much.
Yeah.
But yeah, is it top shelf? Should it have been game of the year? No, definitely not.
No. Not with games. Not with gems out there like Stray.
Well, yeah, Stray,
that-
God of War,
and Kratos
yeah.
from Fortnite.
Yeah. It doesn't have that level of goodness, but I'm enjoying it. Characters are a little off for me, but it does have magic, and yeah, so little love for my magic.
You're such a skank for magic.
Oh yeah, I am. Hell yeah, I am. Yeah.
I would be too. I'm just throwing it out there.
So-
Magic, if you're listening.
So I also played Warhammer 40k, Shootas, Blood and Teef.
What?
Shootas, Blood and Teef.
What is that one? Is that PC?
Actually, I played it on the PlayStation. I don't know if it's on PC or not. It might have a PC port, but I played it on the PlayStation.
Like a first-person shooter?
No, it is a side scroller.
Oh, okay.
And I played through a couple of levels, but I never really enjoyed side scrollers, the 2-stick side scrollers, where one stick
controls
was
the
movement
aim.
and one in the aim.
Yeah.
Yeah, my thumbs don't work that way.
Yeah, it takes me a while to get used to those games, but Resogun was a game like that, and that I had a lot of fun with. So
You probably like this one then. Yeah. I mean, I just didn't like the controls mostly, but it's got some great humor to it. It's a fun, campy kind of, just unique. Yeah, unique kind of game. Huh. So yeah, if you want a little, I guess, side scroller Metrovania type shooter, whatever, 2-stick shooter, it's pretty decent.
All right.
Yeah, got some fun to it. We got some big games coming up. We got on the 20th, Fire Emblem Engage, which the reviews for that are stellar.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're getting very high reviews. So I will be playing that this week.
I got to find out if my waifu's back in there. I don't even remember her name.
There's a lot, and thank God that somebody must have been listening to me because it's fully voice acted.
Is it?
It's a Japanese game that's fully voice acted. Oh my God.
Very nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They must believe in it because you don't get very many of those anymore.
Yeah, God.
Especially on the
nice.
Switch.
Yeah.
You very rarely get them on the Switch anymore.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna have to buy that.
Loving that.
Yeah.
Definitely looking forward to that.
Mm-hmm.
On the 24th, we've got Forspoken, a next-gen game for the PlayStation.
Yeah, the requirements to play that on, I believe the PC requirements for that is ridiculous. Like they want 16 gig of RAM.
They held out until like the week before announcing the system requirements for it. So it's beefy. You got to have a serious computer.
Yeah, people are not very happy about it on Reddit. It's not being very well received.
Yeah, I was thinking that one might get a little backlash for different reasons, and we'll see how that plays out. On the same day, though, a very lower requirement game, Neptunia Sisters versus Sisters. Yeah. I love my Neptunia series. Dead Space on the 27th.
Hell yeah.
Are you getting it for Xbox or PlayStation?
Xbox.
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm going to be playing it in my helmet.
Oh, God, that's going to be awesome.
Yeah. Well, oh, my God.
Very nice.
Yeah, I saw the special edition. I had to have it. So.
Yeah, we're 1 month away from Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah, and I still really want to play it.
Yeah.
Fallon, she gave me the go ahead to find her a PS5 because she wants to play it.
Wow.
And there's still a lot of backlash. Apparently, J.K. Rowling is attached to this, and she's going to get some royalties, or at least that's what the buzz online is.
Probably, I would imagine.
Yeah, I don't know, but all I want to do is Avada Kedavra stuff. So.
Yeah, well, I'll be playing it, even though I know why everybody's upset about her, and yeah. But I'll still be playing the game.
I just want to snog and murder. I just want to be
just gonna drink some butterbeer.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be bad at my classes. I'm gonna fail every class.
I want to snog all the women's.
You're there for the
sweet wizard tale. I don't know what the hell. I just realized that this is like very young people to so
Pocus Erectus.
Expecto Patronus. Anyway. I'm super excited about it. My whole family is, so.
It should be fun.
Yeah.
It should definitely be fun. And that's all I've got for video games.
Well, okay, so Suicide Squad kills the Justice League.
Yes.
Looking suspiciously awful lot like Avengers. We're talking live service game. We're talking battle passes. Gross. And
More Avengers or more Fortnite-y?
more Avengers.
Oh, do you think it'd even have a campaign?
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I was super excited for it because I thought it was going to be like a game like that Evil Dead game, where it's like 4 or 5 versus 1. But I so upsetting, upsetting. Warner Brothers is making bad decisions all around.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, they hired James Gunn.
That's about all
Yeah.
that they've done. I mean, they're taking Looney Tunes off of HBO Max. They've
yeah.
supposedly greenlit Velma for a 2nd season already. What the hell? You know? Yeah.
HBO.
A lot of VR glasses are narrowing the range of prescriptions that they support, which I didn't even know was a thing. So I must be fortunate with my prescription. Including the new HTC Vive, the Meta competitor, the XR Elite, which is $1,000 headset, and supposedly like it does not have a range of prescription that would be acceptable for $1,000 headset. So yeah, if you're make sure if you're looking to get into VR, apparently that's a thing you need to look out for.
Your prescription and
yeah.
compare it to what the system will take. Now, do you have to like input your prescription into the VR?
I never had to, so I'm wondering if it was just a manual adjustment or if it's just something that your eyes adjust to while you're playing.
Oh, like adjusting distance?
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
I've never had to fuck around with it. Like when we played PSVR, the first one, we just passed the headset around and it was good to go.
You just hit 40. Your eyes will go soon.
So far not since middle school. I'm hoping. I know they will eventually, but I'm not in a hurry for that.
I'm sure you're not. I'm sure you're not. I wasn't either.
It's been 15 years since the announcement of Beyond Good and Evil 2.
And another 15 before it comes out.
Probably, but apparently it is still being worked on.
So Ubisoft has canceled 7 games since January.
Yeah.
Games are getting canceled in production all over the place.
Well, if it's not Assassin's Creed, what's the point?
Assassin's Creed, I do like the series. I have to admit, I really
yeah,
like
I know you love that series.
Yeah, and D&D canceled a bunch of games. Hasbro canceled a bunch of D&D games. So yeah, games getting canceled all over the place. Sad.
Speaking of Assassin's Creed, the next one is going to be smaller, a smaller world because it got. Yeah, they're thinking it's getting too out of hand with as big as they're getting.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
You look relieved.
That's like my biggest complaint about Assassin's Creed. I'm like, oh, holy hell. This is way too big. Way too big. I mean, if you only wanted to buy one game a year, then yeah, world that big, why not?
Yeah.
But holy shit, their worlds are just way too big.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what you were saying. 60. No, didn't you say it took you like 40 hours to do the Viking campaign and then another 40 hours for the DLC was estimated? Or was it more than that?
For me, it's usually longer.
Okay.
Because I tend to
see everything.
Yeah. I go everywhere.
You're a completionist.
I want to be, but see, that's the thing. I want to be a completionist, but the Assassin's Creed games are so big, I just get tired.
That's
I'm just tired. No more.
Pour one out for the Stadia developers.
Oh,
today is the last day that Stadia is a thing. Everything shuts down.
You tried. You had a system.
You failed.
Yeah,
you failed.
Which everybody pretty much knew.
Yeah.
If you're going to make a new system, if you're going to try to have something new out there, you can't offer a more expensive way to play.
Yeah.
For the same thing, and be successful. I mean.
There seems to be a lot of dumb moves being made by a lot of companies that are very big.
Yeah.
Got a lot of money. Now, if I feel that way, maybe I need to go apply for a job and shoot them some ideas. Because holy crap, some of these moves just make no sense to me.
Yeah.
And the video game news on a high note. Netflix. You know how I talked about Netflix games being pretty
meh. Yeah.
Got on the app God, what was it? Maybe a day or two right after we recorded the last episode. Shredder's Revenge
Oh,
is
okay.
on Netflix Games now.
Nice.
Yeah, so
Nice.
I've been kind of messing around with that on my phone. Plays really good.
Cool.
So if you got a Netflix subscription, download the Netflix app. Go to the Netflix Games. You can download that.
Yeah, if you're gonna have
a bunch of other ones.
Netflix, you might as well play some of the games. Let's
Yeah.
check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not a lot of good ones, but there's some in there that are definitely worth checking out. I'd say maybe one out of every 5-10.
I mean, if you're going to get Netflix for the shows anyway, so you might as well check out the games. Just like Amazon.
Yeah.
Amazon does a great job of putting out free games if you've got the Amazon Prime and all that stuff. You should.
Yeah, I
definitely-
need to really start taking way more advantage of that.
Yeah, it's they offer some good stuff, and if you've got Prime anyway, you might as well take advantage of it.
Mm-hmm. You got anything for anything else for video games?
No, I've just got one rumor. That's all I got left.
All right, I got a few rumors myself.
Which one do you want to start with?
The rumor mill.
Let's do yours and then wrap it up with mine because it's the D&D next phase.
All right, we'll do D&D sandwich episode.
Yeah.
All right, so sometime this year we should be introduced to Ghost Rider in the MCU. Is the rumor that I got? Or
Okay.
one of the rumors.
Yeah. So with the rumor game, we give the rumor a likelihood, what we think it's likely to happen, and then how much we want it to happen. As far as likely to happen, I'm going to give this one low. I mean, I don't see them introducing Ghost Rider within years.
Yeah, the only thing I can see them doing is maybe pulling him in for like a cameo on one of the Halloween specials they're supposedly working on.
As like a one scene blip kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that. But for
Or
them,
maybe in Secret Wars, or I mean, there's a lot of
Yeah.
things, or not Secret Wars, Secret Invasion. There's a lot of shit that they could put him in.
oh yeah,
For
yeah.
cameo-ish.
If it's a blip, who knows?
Yeah.
Maybe. But I think he's too popular a character
Yeah, he's
for a
big.
blip.
Mhm.
So yeah, I don't think he's going to make an appearance for a while. I'm going to say 4 years.
4 years. All right.
I'm going to say 4 years. Not until phase 7.
Oh shit.
I'm going to phase 7 before Ghost Rider.
I'm gonna say phase 6.5. No. Yeah, this one I'm just.
Ghost Rider, you complete me.
Yeah, I'm kind of low with this one too. I hope they give him credit where credit's due.
Yeah, and as far as likely that I want it to happen, love Ghost Rider. Would love to see him done well.
Yeah, it needs to be done well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But so, yes. Do I want Ghost Rider to be done well? Yes. But he needs like his own movie, own series, something.
Well, he's already had his own movie, so.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're big enough to get your own movie already,
Yeah.
probably big enough to have,
That's
continue
why
having
that's
your
what
own
I'm saying.
movie.
Phase
Yeah.
7. Phase 7. Ghost Rider get his own movie.
All right. Spider-Man 4 will begin filming by the end of this year with a $200 million budget.
Ooh. Yeah. I think that's likely.
I
mean,
kind of do too.
when you're number 6, number 7 top grossing movies of all time, you're riding the streak. You throw the money and you say, oh yeah, we're on a roll.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I feel like that one's one of the more believable.
Yeah, I'm going all the way with a 9 on that one.
Damn.
Yeah, 9.
Might be one of the highest ratings I've ever seen you do.
Probably. Yeah.
Let's see. This one's kind of been disproven already, I think, but Hulkling may make an appearance in Agatha Covenant of Chaos. Other people have been saying that they've heard no rumors about this or no information about it, so
I don't see him fitting.
yeah.
I mean, he appeared in She-Hulk briefly.
No, wasn't that Scar, or is that the same person?
Oh, sorry. Who are we talking about?
Hulkling.
Oh, Hulkling. Oh, Hulkling has a big connection with Wiccan.
Okay.
Scarlet Witch's son, one of them.
Okay.
Yeah, there's Speedy, there's Wiccan. Wiccan and Hulkling are romantically entwined.
Okay.
So they have that connection. There's also the Skrull Secret Invasion stuff that loosely ties in a little bit as well. But I still don't feel like it's a good fit for Agatha. And I don't think Wiccan in the MCU is old enough to really have a love interest at this time. So no.
Okay.
I'm going low on this one. No.
Yeah, I don't want it to be too busy, so I'm gonna put it low just based on that.
Yeah, I mean, if the Wiccan in the MCU was a little bit older, if he was 17,
Yeah.
then I could see it happening. But he's too young to introduce his love interest.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you. Let's see. The events of the Blade movie will lead into a Midnight Suns project.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I'm gonna give this one low because I don't even know if they know what the hell they're doing with that script or anything.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
As much of a mess as Blade is, I mean, it could be anything. So yeah, let's just, and that's just muddying the waters for Kang and Secret Wars, and it's just adding way too much. So no.
Yeah.
Phase 7.
Yep.
Phase 7, Ghost Rider, Midnight Suns. It's gonna be all Midnight Suns for Phase 7.
Supernatural AF.
Yeah.
And then Moon Knight's second season will drop sometime before Avengers Secret Wars, which I'd give that one a pretty high rating.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I'm fairly certain that they've already teased that there's definitely going to be a season 2.
Yeah. I mean, and Secret Wars is still like 4 years away.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. But
sure.
Those are the rumors I had this week. Yeah. That's all I got for you.
Okay, so wrapping up the rumor section with D&D bookend here. So
Okay.
the new D&D hoo-ha rumor is the fact that OneDnD is going to be a $30 a month subscription.
That's a pill, man. That's a big pill to swallow.
Yeah. Yeah, $30 a month. Do you think it'll happen?
And that gives you access to everything.
So the rumor is basically saying that the D&D content, they didn't say things wouldn't be published, but basically that's the kind of, I'm going to go ahead and add that to the rumor, is that they're not going to publish anything. It's going to be strictly all online in the OneDnD platform, D&D Beyond, for $30 a month. Now, keep in mind that part of that $30 is the new new service they'll be adding where you play D&D online in their virtual platform with a artificial intelligence DM as a possibility.
Oh shit. All right, sir. You're getting access to a lot of content. There's better content out there. Obviously, you said that with the other things.
I don't know what their virtual tabletop is going to look like yet. They may have it. They might have a superior virtual tabletop than what everybody else has.
I think they do. I thought I saw some concept.
Yeah, but I take that with a grain of salt because they announced the exact same thing for 4th edition and it never happened.
Ah, okay. Now, okay, so the AI, having an AI DM would be huge.
Yes.
There are so many people that
don't
afraid
have
of
access to a DM.
They're so afraid. Like, there's people that get paid to DM.
Yeah.
And this is absurd to me. I just found this out not very long ago that people get paid to DM.
I've actually thought about it.
Have you?
Yeah, I've thought about putting it out there and making some work out of it.
You probably could. There's a lot of on the subreddit for our local area. There's a lot of people offering
exactly
to pay people to DM.
Because I mean that's the short supply.
Yeah,
is you need a DM.
If it's a good AI DM, if it pulls from actual like smart people and like good campaigns, then I'd be all right with it. If it pulls from like anywhere, oh my god, you could really dumb that AI up.
This is a tough one because if they've got some things in here that the community, because of the lack of DMs, really need.
Yeah.
And if they do it right, I have to admit, $30 a month to be able to just go in and play a game with a virtual DM is going to be very appealing to a lot of people, even me, because
I think I'd be into that.
Being a DM, there is so much prep time, and just be able to log on and play with my buddies with somebody else
Yeah.
doing the controls and stuff could be a hell of a lot of fun.
It could be. There's not a lot of there's not
Yeah.
a lot you could do. Like how would an AIDM handle like an out of the box play?
We've seen similar things like with the Lord of the Rings board game where it's app based, where it kind of makes a lot of those decisions and tells you, like what the new scenario is, controls the monsters.
That's a lot less freedom.
Yeah,
than having a human DM. So
it's going to take away a lot of the creativity.
Yeah.
But I think they can do it very playable. I think it'd be more mechanical, more of honestly what 4th edition was instead of 5th edition.
You know what? I'd spend 30. You know what? If it comes out the way when it comes out, I would gladly pay $30 just to try it out.
Yeah.
See how it all works. Now, if it looks and is like everything I've read and seen, I could probably justify giving $30 a month.
I think if it comes out all right, a lot of people are seriously upset with D&D right now.
Yeah.
And I'm one of them because they're very greedy right now.
Yeah.
But this, if they do this right, it could be something the community and a lot of people sorely need. That doesn't exist.
See, we're just burned. We are apprehensive because we feel like they're gonna keep doing the same shit that they're doing right now.
Yeah, and they've promised this thing for several editions now.
Yeah.
And they haven't delivered. So is this the time they deliver, or is it just another pipe dream? I don't know.
Hopefully it's DiGiorno and not delivery. Delivered to DiGiorno's. I don't know.
So you think what are you going to give it? Do you think they'll do this and actually have it out this time? We're talking about 2024 as the release date.
You know what? With as much that they're putting online and talking about it, they better hope so. They can't really afford to keep deceiving their fans.
Yeah.
And I don't know if deceiving is the right word, but just not following through with your promises is just a terrible business model on top of their already terrible decisions they're making.
Asking for money but not delivering anything to the fans is asking for a lot.
Yeah, I think Kickstarter. This ain't Kickstarter.
This ain't Kickstarter. Yeah, they're even trying to get royalties from Kickstarter.
Oh yeah.
Oh, but anyway, so as far as the rumor goes, I want to give this a 6, even though I've been burned by this promise before. And the reason I'm giving it a higher than middle ground rating is because last week, the week before, they announced they were cutting 5% of their, or 5 games out of their video game thing that they were investing heavily in. And I think this is what they're funneling all their money to.
Okay.
They're cutting the small stuff, and I think they're going to double down on this, making the D&D platform, virtual tabletop platform with the AIDM.
Yeah, if they could make that, if they could make that good, then that would easily be worth the $30, even without the AIDM.
Yeah, to me and you and Dylan just logging on and playing some D&D, just no hassle. Just sounds so sweet to me. So worth the $30. I could see really enjoying that. I mean, we might have a couple of D&D games a night, or a week, just to play through all that. That could be a lot of fun.
It would be a dream come true if it works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully it happens 10. I'm giving it a 10.
I'll give it a 10.
I don't care about the $30 if it's good. I'm like, I want it.
I'll sell Kid. I don't even care.
Oh, well, that has been Ogre.
Yeah, Old Guys Geekly review.
Be good to each other. I love your phone play there. You've got your waifu going.
Oh, yeah. Every time I shut it off.
I can't wait for season 2. Season 2 is going to be amazing.